Hello children, this video class is an initiative of Shivjyoti Educational Group. I Shravya Vyas welcome you all to the online classes of English text. Today we shall be doing chapter 1, Noe Saves a Whale. So for this I request all of you to open your Gulmohar textbook Language for Life. Please open your Gulmohar textbook and come to page number 1. So children, before we start with this chapter, I request all of you to take out your pencil and a ruler to underline your new words. Okay? So please keep your pencil and a ruler ready to underline your new words. So let's start with the reading of this chapter. Chapter 1, Noe Saves a Whale. So this chapter is an adaptation from the book The Storm Whale written by Benji Davis. Okay? So let's start with the chapter. Noe and his father lived on an island. What is an island? An island is a piece of land surrounded by water on all the four sides. So children, take out your pencil and ruler and underline your first new word, island. Their house was very close to the sea. Noe and his father lived very close to the sea. Noe's father was a fisherman. Who's a fisherman? A fisherman is a person who catches fish and sells fish to earn a living. Every day he left early for a long day's work on his fishing boat and came back home only after dark. One night a great storm raged around their house. What is a storm? Storm is a strong or violent wind often accompanied by rain, thunder or lightning. So please underline your new word storm. In the morning, Noe went down to the beach to see what had been left behind by the storm. As he walked along the seashore, he spotted something in the distance. What's that? He asked himself. When he got closer, Noe could not believe his eyes. Oh my, that's a baby whale, he exclaimed. He said loudly in surprise. So what surprised Noe? Noe was surprised to see a baby whale on the seashore. A little whale was lying on the beach. It must have been washed up because of the storm, Noe thought. So how did the baby whale land up on the seashore? The storm had washed up the baby whale on the seashore. So please underline your new word, washed. In this picture, you can see the picture of the sea and the baby whale on the seashore. So the storm had washed up the baby whale on the seashore from the sea. He wondered what he could do to help the whale. He knew that it wasn't good for a whale to be out of the water as it could not survive on land for long. So Noe knew that the baby whale would die soon if it did not get back to water. Just then Noe remembered something. He ran home and got a bucket. He filled the bucket with water from the sea and poured it over the whale. Noe had once read that if a whale is washed ashore, one should pour cold water on it. So what did Noe do to save the whale? He ran home, fetched the bucket, filled the bucket with cold sea water and poured it over the whale. Now I must be quick, he thought. He ran home again and brought back his pull cart. With much difficulty, he lifted the whale and put it in the cart. Then what else did Noe do to save the whale? He ran home again, brought his pull cart and loaded the blue whale on the pull cart. So this is the picture of Noe's pull cart and Noe loaded the baby whale on his pull cart and dragged it to his home. Once he was home, he filled his bathtub with cold water and put the whale in it. So what did he do when he reached home? He put the baby whale in his bathtub, filled it with cold water and put the whale in it. I hope I have done enough to save the baby whale, Noe thought hopefully. Noe did everything to make the whale feel at home. That is, Noe did everything to make the whale feel comfortable. He did not want the whale to be sad. He did not want the baby whale to miss his sea home. So, Noe treated the baby whale as his friend. He took care of it. He told stories to it. He told the whale stories about his life by the sea with his father. He thought that his new friend was an excellent listener. Noe liked the way the baby whale listened to his stories. So he thought that the baby whale was an excellent listener. But when it became dark and the night grew in, Noe got worried. Father will be very angry with me for bringing a whale inside the house. Okay? So why did Noe get worried? He got worried because this was the time when his father returned home after a long day's work. He feared that his father might be angry that he brought a baby whale into the house. When his father returned, Noe did not tell him anything at first. He managed to keep his secret the whole evening. So, why did he keep a secret? He feared knowing how his father would react when he found that his son had hidden a baby whale in the house. He even managed to sneak in some supper for the whale. So, he managed to secretly feed dinner to the whale. But he knew he would not be able to keep his secret for long, and he was right. After supper, Noe's father went upstairs and saw the whale. So children, please underline your new word managed and upstairs. Then Noe had to tell his father everything. But his father wasn't angry. Why was his father not angry? Because he knew that whatever Noe did, it was to save the baby whale. He felt proud and happy that his son did everything he could to save the baby whale. So Noe said, "Can we please keep the baby whale, father? It's the only friend I have now. I'll take great care of it." So why did Noe want to keep the baby whale? Because Noe had no friends. He was a lonely boy and he found a friend in the baby whale. "I have been so busy, Noe. I never realized that you were so lonely," said Noe's father sadly. So at this moment, at this time, Noe's father realized how lonely Noe was. He felt sorry that he did not spend enough time with his son. So what did he do? He said, "I am so happy and proud of you for helping this little whale. But you see, Noe, it must be missing its family. We must take it back to the sea, to the place where it belongs," he added. So Noe's father, he knew that his son, his lonely son, would very happily keep the baby whale with him, but he knew that this was not the right thing to do. What was the right thing to do? To take the baby whale back to the sea where it actually belonged. So he convinced his son to take the baby whale back to the sea. Noe and his father put the whale in a motorboat and rowed out into the dark sea. Then they put the whale back into the sea water. So how did they return the blue baby whale back to the sea? They put the baby whale in the motorboat, took it deep into the sea and sent it and put it back into the sea water. Noe knew it was the right thing to do, but it was hard for him to say goodbye. Why was it hard to say goodbye? Because Noe did not want to miss his friend. He did not want to send away his friend. However, he was glad his father was there with him. He was glad his father was there to support him, to be there with him in his time of sadness. Noe often thought about the storm whale and wondered how big it would become one day. So, Noe did not forget his storm whale friend. He often remembered his friend and hoped that one day he would meet his storm whale friend. He hoped that soon one day he would see his friend again. So please children, I want you to underline your new word goodbye and hoped. So this story has been adapted from the Storm Whale by Benji Davis. So this concludes the explanation of this chapter, children. Let us proceed to the copy work. Write lesson 1. Underline this in red. In the third line, write Noe saves a whale. Underline this also in red. And in the next line, write new words. Underline this also in red. So now let's list down the new words. Number 1 is island. What's the spelling of island? I-S-L-A-N-D, island. Second word is storm. What's the spelling of storm? S-T-O-R-M. Third, washed. W-A-S-H-E-D, washed. Fourth, managed. M-A-N-A-G-E-D, managed. Fifth, upstairs. U-P-S-T-A-I-R-S, upstairs. Sixth, lonely. L-O-N-E-L-Y, lonely. Seventh, goodbye. G-O-O-D-B-Y-E, goodbye. Our next new word is hoped. H-O-P-E-D, hoped. Now children, don't forget the red margins, okay? Leave a line and let's write word meaning, okay? Underline word meaning in red, and the first word is exclaimed, E-X-C-L-A-I-M-E-D, exclaimed means said loudly. Second, survive. S-U-R-V-I-V-E, survive. It means to continue to live in spite of a difficult condition. The third word meaning is hope. H-O-P-E, hope, it means to wish. Fourth word meaning is sneak in. What is the meaning of sneak in? It means move quietly. Now after this, please draw your red line. Then in the next line, write answer the following. Underline this also in red. So let's come to question 1. Why did Noe go down to the beach in the morning? Answer. Noe went down to the beach to see what had been left behind by the storm. Leave a line, okay, and let's start question 2. What did Noe spot on the beach? How did it appear on the beach? Don't forget the red margins, children, okay? And let's start with the answer. Noe spotted a baby whale in the beach. It had been washed ashore by the storm. Let's leave a line here and then start with question 3. Why did Noe put the whale in the cart? Answer. Noe put the whale in his cart to take it to his home. Let's now start with question 4 in the new page. Draw your red margins, children, and let's start with question 4. How did Noe and his father take the baby whale back to the place where it belonged? How did Noe feel at that time? Answer. They put the baby whale in a motorboat to take it back to the sea. At that time, Noe felt very sad. Let us now draw the red margin again and start with the question, who said to whom? 1. Oh my, that's a baby whale. Who said to whom? Noe said to himself. Leave a line and let's come to the second one. I am so happy and proud of you for helping this little whale. Who said to whom? Noe's father said to Noe. Leave a line, children. Write, make sentences and underline this also in red. Your first make sentence is seashore. I went to seashore with my friend. Underline seashore in red. Let us now start in the next page. Draw red margin again. Write number 2, excellent. Roy is an excellent swimmer. I want you to underline excellent here. Third make sentence, secret. The secret of health is happiness. So, underline secret here. Leave a line and draw the red margin here. So, children, we just completed chapter 1 of English text, Noe Saves a Whale. I hope you enjoyed doing this chapter with me. Have a great day, children.